Right, that's all that taken care of. We are up and running. Let's go. I'm going to open the chat on my phone so I can see if any of you guys are having a chat with me. There we go. As always, I'll keep an eye on chat periodically, guys. So tonight, for those of you that have joined me nice and early, we are going to be looking at the Group 4 race at Alsace for the first part. Simply because Group 3 at Maggior basically just means... Oh, it's actually not too bad. I was expecting a lot more Porsches there. We'll do the Group 4 anyway and see how it goes. If we fancy a dabble in Group 3 later on, then we might well just do that. It's nice to see the monotony of the 911s broken up there a bit. But yeah, as I say, we're going to be looking at the Group 4 at Alsace Village. I've basically, just before I came online just now, done a quick 6-lap stint off stream just to see whereabouts we are, you know, pace-wise. I've never driven this track in reverse before. It's a completely different challenge to being in a straight, you know, yeah, I was going to say in a straight line then, not in a straight line, but the actual forward variation. There's a lot more, I mean, aside from obviously the first sector where you got the big hill, everything else is uphill pretty much. So, a lot of unsighted sweepers and stuff like that, whereas on the forward variation it's a lot easier, I would say, to manage. The plan with this one, as you can see by the leaderboards, there's a lot of front wheel drive domination in there, which is entirely normal for a track like this. It's a sweeping circuit, so you're going to get front wheel drive cars dominating. They're more powerful, and you know, these kind of tracks suit their strengths. Tracks like this, tracks like the Nordschleifer even. But we're not going to use any of those cars. We're not going to use the TT, we're not going to use the Megane, and we're not going to use the Scirocco. We're going to see how close we can get with something a bit different. I've just run a few laps in the Vantage just now. I managed to get a 203.2, which is absolutely nowhere near where we need to be. So we're going to try something a bit different. If any of you have suggestions for cars, anything you would like me to drive, I know I had a request on the video yesterday to drive a GT86. I don't know if this track is going to lend itself particularly well to that. Might be worth trying the RCZ actually. That might be a decent shout, so we'll give that a bash. See what's what with that. Hi Vito. Ah, Antoine, if I'm saying your name correctly. Lots of characters in there I do not recognise. But yeah, the RCZ seems like a decent shot. The Mustang, Gary, I would usually 100% agree with you, but I've just used the Mustang for a video. So I think we'll leave the Mustang for now. As much as I do love it, I absolutely love driving the car, love the way it handles, love the way it sounds. Let's see what we can do with this RCZ. Definitely don't want any of that. Okay. So I'll say bear with me guys, because this is literally my 7th lap around this circuit in this direction. So we could be all over the show. Huge amount of understeer already, I've noticed. Not the best sounding car, this Peugeot. okay so far. That was close. Actually feels pretty good round here. Not a bad car to drive at all. I'm a bit apprehensive having driven the Group 3 RCZ the other day at Suzuka on the other stream, for those of you that watch. But this is this isn't bad. Oh, a lot of understeer there though. Quick bleed of the throttle got me out of trouble. Could have been in the wall very quickly. Definitely better on the brakes than the Vantage as well. Ooh. Didn't like that cone anyway. Someone asked me on one of my videos earlier, can I drive in third person mode? The answer to that is no. I just can't do it. It's such a weird sensation to me. But I feel like I'm sat. I don't know if any of you ever watched Mr. Bean, where he gets his Mini and he puts an armchair on the top and drives it with like a broom and a mop. And just literally sits in the armchair above it and drives it with a broom and a mop and puts a brick on the accelerator. That is exactly what this feels like to me. So weird. I don't know how people do it. Blows my mind. That's enough of that. Then again, there'll be sim racers turn around to me and go, how can you drive on the bumper? Should be driving from the in-car view. I feel like I can see more. Like here, it's a great example. The pillar just completely ruins my view of the apex. And this camera's too high. Yeah, bumper cam all the way for me. Get your ideas ready, by the way, guys, for the open lobby later. For those of you that fancy a race, get as many of you in as possible. But if there's anything particular you want to drive, let me know. Any tracks, any cars. Can do a little bit of everything. Got plenty of time. I'm not at work tomorrow. Probably start setting up the open lobby about 10ish, depending on where we are with the sport races at the time, and we'll run it right the way up until midnight probably. So we'll get a good couple of hours of racing in. It should be pretty fun. It'd be nice to actually be in a lobby with a few of you guys. taxi to the apex. Characteristic front wheel drive understeer, absolutely killing me. I don't actually think it's ever worth shifting down into second in this car. It seems to have quite a lot of torque. I just feel like whenever I switch down I get greeted with bundles of wheel spin rather than any sort of forward motion. Definitely need second here though. Say that and yeah. Wheel spin city. Starting to pick up a bit of pace now though as I'm learning the track. Don't think I've got this bit right once yet though. The Alsace is definitely a sleeper track. For me this is probably, forward at least, the second or third best track in the game. Controversial. It's so flowing and technical. Yeah. You just settle down there. Left a set of black and brown skid marks back there, for certain. It's a shame because that lap was shaping up pretty nicely. Definitely capable of a 201 this car. Perhaps more if I can get it together. Slow through that happen. That happens. Extremely difficult. We'll take a tight line through here this time and see if it makes a difference. Not really, just kind of compromise and exit a bit. Don't be too early for that one, so we're going to pay for it on the exit there as well, just losing time. Too early on the brakes for that one. No dramas through there this time. Kind of reluctant to actually beat my lap though. I think the one before this one's a way better reference lap to try and like race against. I think you kind of have to take a second there because otherwise the understeer just absolutely murders your car. Consistent, we're just not kind of consistently where we want to be at the minute. So what we'll do is we'll do like 5 flying laps in a car and then we'll try something else just to see where we're at with each car. Hello everybody. Game Buddy, I asked you last time, but I think you left the stream. How can I find your designs? What's your name in game? And I'll have a look and see what you've got. And if they're nice, I'll download them and I'll use them. Alright. So the RCZ's a pretty decent contender for the race today, for sure. Let's see what else we've got. So that'd do a low 202, we'll say, if I could get my act together. It would do a 201. For certain. What else we got? Let's try. Let's try the. I don't know, someone give me something, quick. Oh, Lambo, controversial, controversial. Right. Have I even got the Lambo? I don't. Right. Grand Central it is. Unless the game wants to give me a Lambo here, which I doubt. Take that though. I don't think I've got one of those yet. I got teased yesterday. I had the Ferrari F40 in a spin, and it landed next to it on a Mercedes AMG A45. Died a little bit inside. I love the way you can change the colour on the fly, so cool. I'm not holding that much hope for this car. I don't think it's ever been quick. but we'll give it everything we've got, Captain. I nearly entered the race with it then. That would have been funny. I will, as a rule, race whatever. The issue is, when you get to like AS kind of driver rating and you're qualifying towards the top 10, it kind of limits your options a bit, which is frustrating. What I'm definitely looking forward to is some like organised league racing, where the cars are balanced by the leagues and stuff like that, so I can, you know, use a few different cars. Because whilst Gran Turismo does a pretty decent job of balancing the vehicles, you find series organisers are very good at it, especially the guys over at Tour and GT Planet, who are, I believe, linking up to do the first GT Sport League, so that should be fun. Right, that's what we can do in this. One thing I'll say about the Lambo is it feels good. Probably one of the nicest cars to drive, kind of like the Mustang. So compliant, it's really nice. The problem with cars like this that feel good is, more often than not, it's because they're extremely slow. I know for certain we're over a second down already. And that's through one sector. Really nice through there though. Bundles of grip. This car would be good round somewhere like Suzuka East, I think. That would be where it would be close. Brakes. I think we actually got air then. It's kind of frightening when you're trying to turn. Tell you what, this car is absolutely beautiful to drive. Put it exactly where you want it. It just does the rest for you. Honestly, all it needs is just a little bit more guts, just... I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on what it's missing. I broke so early into there then. brilliant car. Don't know who suggested this. Schwimmy maybe? Don't know if I've just absolutely ruined your name. Sorry. But I think you might have just found the car that we're racing tonight. We might not win, but we're going to look, sound, and feel badass. So, who gives a shit? Look at how cool it is. Trying to see if the car benefits from going down in extra gear or if it's better and lowering the rev range coming out of corners. Seems like the latter. Would also do a 201 if I put together a half decent lap. Slow through that. We'll make it up through there. Definitely faster through that than we were on our quickest lap. Definitely got time on the table here too. So let's see if we can make the most of that. Not really. Just kind of lost the car on the brakes a little bit, so I had to kind of come off them. Too early on the power. This is going to require some saving. Actually, brakes on the grass a bit better than I expected it to. Let's catch up on chat a bit. Oh, I've not got much to do. What are you guys saying? Open lobby is later tonight, about 10 o'clock UK time, which, wherever you are right now, is in about an hour and... I don't know what time it is actually. Quick look. An hour and 15 minutes. About an hour and 15 minutes time. I'm just catching up on chat, guys, sorry. I can kind of make out what you're trying to say there. I'll let you know, Vito, exactly what to do. I'll name it something nice and easy for you guys to join. If you want to, make it nice and easy. Add me on PlayStation, it's F4H _Rosso. drop me a friend's request. I'll make sure that everyone that wants to get involved is on my friends list before we go. That way you can just filter it to join only on friends. And it'll be nice and easy to find my lobby, fingers crossed. I'm glad you're finding it more entertaining than the F1. Although I am looking forward to 2018. I am a big F1 fan. Been watching it pretty much ever since 1994. Unfortunately, one of my first memories is watching it in Senna's final race, but always been an F1 fan. Got it from my dad. He loves F1, I love F1, my brother loves F1, I've even got my missus liking F1, so win, 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 win. Hopefully, in a few years' time, I can sit down and watch some races with my sons, so... But love F1, absolutely just love motorsport in general. Let's get this cone out of the way, or not. Wow, now I look like an idiot. Yeah, just love motorsport. Pretty much all forms. I'll watch almost anything. Even as a Brit, I gave NASCAR a go last season. It's just on a bit too late. Like some of the races, I'd be falling asleep at like 4 AM and it'd still be maybe 3/4 of the way through. It's almost impossible to follow. Yeah, British touring cars, big fan. Big fan of that. Very good to see a gamer, Ash Sutton, doing really well in that. X4's a gamer actually. Ash. Raced against him a few times in Forza. Very cool. What else do I like for motorsport wise? Obviously WEC. I watch Le Mans 24 hours every year. Looking forward to Daytona this year actually. Lots and lots of top talent in the Daytona 24 hours this year. You know, Fernando Alonso is going to be driving. Lando Norris, looking forward to seeing him. Giving it a bash. We've got Paul di Resta over there as well. Checo Perez doing something too. Vaguely remember, was it Perez or Ocon racing? Either way, it's great to see those drivers having an effort moving over, and really, really, really cool to see Alonso. I'm going to give Le Mans a bash this year. Hulkenberg, very, very... Did Hulkenberg win it this year? My memory is absolutely atrocious. I feel like Hulkenberg should have won it but didn't. But I can't remember if he... Wait, yeah. Hulkenberg did win Le Mans, didn't he? Someone's going to have to confirm this in chat. It's going to annoy me. I can't actually drive at the moment. I'm driving absolutely horrendously. I'm just waffling away. For absolutely nothing. But yes, I love F1. Big Lewis Hamilton fan. Actually went to the Mercedes garage, or factory even, in 2015 and had a go on their simulator, which was extremely cool. Extremely cool. At that point Sam Bird was their development driver, and he was my personal driver coach for the day, which again, extremely fucking cool. Having Sam Bird giving you driving tips, extremely cool experience. Lewis Hamilton was there in the factory that day as well. Unfortunately didn't get a chance to meet him, but I did see the 2009 title winning Brawn car, which was absolutely stunning. And when I was in the sim, I used Nico Rosberg's steering wheel from the Brazilian race, which had been the week before, so absolutely wicked day that. The worst part about that day was knowing that I will never do it again. But on the flip side of that, you've done something that the majority of people are never going to be able to do, so Can't think on the negative. Have we got a lot of F1 fans in the chat? What's your favourite eras? Favourite drivers? If it's not Lewis Hamilton or Ayrton Senna for me, not necessarily in that order, before anyone jumps down my throat. Juan Pablo Montoya would definitely be right up there. Came into F1 when everyone basically treated Schumi like a god. Came into F1 and just decided on his first race, this isn't the way it's going to be, fuck you, and launches one up his inside. I think it was Interlagos, I can't remember. But from that point, I was just like, yep, I like this guy. Always been a Kimi fan as well. Kimi, Danny Rick. Some great drivers in F1 at the moment, great personalities as well. It's a very, very, very strong field talent-wise. Right, I feel like I'm just driving this car, going through the motions a bit now, so we'll mix it up and go into something different. I think we'll try the 458, and then from there we'll pick what we're going to drive and we'll actually do a race, because no one wants to see me do laps all night. That's boring. Yeah, I don't mind Vettel. Like 2010 to 2014 Vettel, wasn't really a fan. But ever since he left Red Bull, kind of like Hamilton leaving McLaren, he's come out of his shell a bit, and he just seems like a genuinely nice guy. He's got that kind of like steely determination that you'd expect any four-time champion to have. Doesn't take any shit, especially, you know, when he feels like he's been wronged, which sometimes gets him in a bit of trouble. Baku. But yeah, I don't mind Vettel. Bottas, I was kind of disappointed with this season. Aside from, you know, the last few races where Hamilton was already probably on the beach, Valtteri didn't really do enough for me last year. And I think with drivers like Max Verstappen, or not necessarily Max now, he's signed a contract extension with Red Bull, but you've got drivers like Ocon, who is an insane talent. I think he's underrated. I think if Ocon was in F1 and Verstappen wasn't, then it'd be Ocon that everyone would be harping on about. So yeah, Ocon, insane talent. He's a Mercedes young driver. You've got the obvious, you know, Daniel Ricciardo out of contract at the end of this season. Loads of drivers that could potentially take that second seat at Mercedes and do a lot more with it than Valtteri, I think. I don't think Valtteri's a bad driver. I just don't think he's ever going to be the driver that takes it to Lewis Hamilton in a championship fight. Yes, it was. It was Hartley, Bamber and Bernard, wasn't it? Don't know why I keep getting that menu. Right. I think we'll try out the Ferrari. Wonder what the M4's like at this track. Wonder if it's actually close in terms of pace. Let's give it a go. Because that seems to be the go-to car now in Group 4, so it's kind of surprising that it's not up at the sharp end again. I know the front-wheel drive cars have the advantage of the track, but it's not just going to be, terrible. Yeah, Kubica was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Massive shame. I'll be very surprised if he actually ends up racing for Williams. I think if they were going to pick Kubica up, they would have said it already. It wouldn't have been drawn on like this. I think they're finalising things with someone else, potentially with Kubica as a reserve driver or something like that. when you've got someone in the background like Sorokin who can bring in an absolutely ridiculous amount of money, think about what the money of Sorokin and Stroll could do for a team like Williams. You don't necessarily need the money to stay afloat, but that extra investment could move them from being a team that's kind of a nothing team at the moment to back challenging where they were a couple of seasons ago, where they were the legitimate challengers to Mercedes. So I would say Sorokin's going to be your man. De Resta will never get it, not a chance. If De Resta was going to get it, he wouldn't be racing at Daytona this weekend, that's for certain. This weekend even, testing at Daytona this weekend. You can already tell this is fast. Saw someone mention MotoGP in the chat as well a second ago. I do love a bit of MotoGP. Haven't been able to watch it as much as I would want in the last couple of seasons. Just for the simple fact that, unfortunately, I work a lot of weekends. And there's just no time. You've got 2 hours worth of Formula 1 to catch up on when you get home already. And you've got to try and catch up on other things as well. Obviously, as I'm sure many of you know already, I've got two young boys. There's just no time. I'd definitely watch it. If I was able to watch it live, I'd 100% watch it. Again, big Rossi fan. Grew up watching Rossi fight with the likes of Biaggi, Hayden, Gibernau. That was basically my weekends as a kid. It was Formula 1, MotoGP. Occasionally we'd watch things like DTM. Car is fantastic. Not really driven it since the changes. I kind of have like a natural aversion to driving anything that I feel is OP. I kind of want to give myself the biggest challenge possible. But it is beautiful, this car. If anything is going to be dominant, it's not such a bad thing as this, because it is absolutely beautiful. Trying to get away from me. That corner is so deceptive. What time's the next race in this? The M4 is very good in Group 4. It is. Outside of tracks like Alsace, usually it is very much M4 dominated nowadays, Group 4. I'm kind of curious to see how fast the TT and things like that are in comparison. See if I can immediately get in and get up to that kind of pace. Might have a look at that after we've done some races. In the meantime, I think it's probably about time we get and do one. I think for this one we'll go in the Lamborghini. So while we're waiting for that to load in, guys, and match us up, I'm going to get a quick drink. Yeah, I was reading something, Vito, about Mercedes, or it was horsepower figures or something from the end of the 2017 season, and Mercedes still had like a 40 horsepower advantage over Ferrari at the end of the year. It's just crazy. Like I think you kind of a little bit saw true pace with Mercedes once they realised that everything was wrapped up and they started to turn the wick up a bit. I think up until that kind of point they were still, unless they absolutely had to, still just managing the season, just getting through the season, being as reliable as possible. Must be nice to be in that kind of like luxury situation where you can just turn the engine up as and when. As soon as I've done this race, buddy, I will have a look at your designs, I promise. What cars have you done designs for? Pretty much everything, or...? Do you have one for the M4? Wow, well this is going to be an interesting race. Ooh. We'll have to see what we can do here. Yeah, I guess so. Liberty seem to be doing a pretty decent job so far. Formula One's always been a manufacturer sport, though. You know, right the way back to day dot. It's always been more about manufacturer advantage rather than a driver showcase. Yeah, you've got the best drivers in the world there, but if there was nothing in it for the manufacturers, then they wouldn't bother. But I agree. I mean, wouldn't it be fascinating to put all of the F1 drivers in equal machinery? Just put them all in a Formula 2 car or something like that, and just let them rip against one another and see who the real MVP is. That'd be extremely cool. Who do we think it will be? If you put everyone in a Formula 2 car on the current F1 grid, who would win? I feel like I'm going to see a lot of Fernando Alonso here, which I don't necessarily disagree with. Yeah, there we go, we've got Fernando already. Oh, come on! I think that's the first time GT Sports ever crashed on me. Well, looks like we're not racing in that one, guys. Kaz just didn't want it. He didn't want it. Did not want us to be a part of that one. Took mercy on the poor little Huracan. Oh man, I was actually looking forward to that. Ripperoni and pepperonis. I would say for me, top 3 in terms of natural driving talent would be Fernando, Lewis, and it could be an absolute toss-up between those pair. Like, people can say that one is definitely better than the other until they're blue in the face, but look at the one season at McLaren when Fernando was at the peak of his powers probably, and Lewis was a rookie, and Lewis took him all the way. So, no. It'd be 50-50 between them, maybe 60-40 in Hamilton's favour for me, just because it's now Hamilton in his prime, not Fernando. Fernando, I don't think, is going to have that same consistency of speed over the course of a full season anymore, which is controversial. Don't kill me. The third most talented driver on that grid right now has to be Max Verstappen. It has to be. The kid's just exceptional. You can tell by his prowess in the wet. He's so good. I don't agree with everything he does. I'm not a Max Verstappen super fan, but you've got to admit that kid is a special talent. He really is. You know what? While we're waiting for this next race, I'm going to give this TT a bash. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to go have a look at Game Buddy's designs because I promised I'd do it. Let's see if we can find any quickly. Have you done one for the Huracan? Provided he gets the right car, Vito. Provided he gets the right car. It's all about timing. In Formula 1, nobody can tell you better than Fernando about that. He is the man with probably the worst time in an F1. You put Fernando in, instead of moving away from Ferrari when he did, potentially another championship in the bag, moves away from Renault to go to McLaren and misses out on 2 world championships there when Hamilton wins in 2008 and they both threw it away in 2007. You've got a potential move, instead of moving from McLaren in 2007 to go back to Renault, he could have gone to Red Bull. That option was on the table and he ignored that one. He also had an offer from Honda, who turned into Brawn. Again, another championship gone by the wayside. I'm pretty certain there were stories about Mercedes approaching Fernando Alonso at the same time as he approached Lewis Hamilton, and that was a no-go from him as well. So that's another 3, potentially 4 championships that he's missed out on. So yeah, basically a rule of thumb in F1 is if you are in the same team as Fernando Alonso, you're more than likely going to have a dog shit car. Either that or you're going to get battered into submission, kind of Felipe Massa style, Nelson Piquet Jr. style. Right. Let's have a search. If the game will let me have a search. Apparently not. Let's try again. I'm trying to find one he designs, Game Buddy. Have you done one for the Huracan? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'm trying to find one. Tell me what tags I'm looking for, what you've got it saved as, and I will download it right now, I promise. Aeronautica. I can do that. I'm not sure when the next update list is going to be, to be fair. I've heard lots of different rumours, but I don't know what I did wrong. Am I in the right place? Car livery. I don't think my Discover tab's working properly, to be fair. It's not bringing... Oh, hang on. Let's see if the search works now. It's definitely not you, I don't think. Yeah, it's not working too great at the minute. There's definitely something a bit wrong with it at the minute. I'll try searching for Aeronautica again, see if that helps. Yeah, it's not having it. Right. I'll try adding you on PSN and see if it helps me find them that way. Need to accept some friends requests anyway. See if I can find it now. Might be able to find them through here. Potentially. Oh, yeah, we can go through here, can't we? There we go, I've seen one already. So hopefully I can find you in here now. Why is this not in alphabetical order? Make it easy for me, please. Wow, that is a lot of liveries. Alright, let's race this one. always getting the wrong menus in this game. It's like a maze. Yeah, I love the GT music, apart from when you do a live stream and you get about 16 copyright strikes to your email address afterwards. Found that out last time. Apparently they were not very impressed with me streaming the music. But pretty cool, there's a menu in the game where you can turn off any of the copyrighted music. So anything you're hearing today should be okay. It's always just nice and chilled as well. It's like lift music almost. Or elevator music if you're American. Right. Pop the controller back on charge now I finish with it. Not too far off open lobby time now, guys. I'll probably do 1 or 2 races of this, and then we'll get that open lobby rocking and rolling. And get you guys in and do some racing. Do some one make stuff. Maybe race the Samba bus for lols. Let's enter this next race and hope it doesn't crash on us. Let's do a couple of laps so I can actually remember what driving the Lamborghini feels like. I feel like I'm driving a fighter jet. See if we can get this Lamborghini into the 201s where it belongs. It's definitely capable of those kind of times. Is the Huracan all-wheel drive from Group 4? I feel like there's still so much I need to learn about this game. I've had it now for, well, since October. I've never driven this track in reverse until today. I've still not driven Maggior in reverse. I've not driven Suzuka properly until the other stream the other day. So the kind of drawback with sport mode is you can pick exactly what it is you're going to drive for the night, and you can avoid your weaknesses a bit. Avoid things you don't necessarily enjoy as much, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing when it comes to actually driving it later on. Because you're nowhere near the kind of pace you expect of yourself. definitely a squeaky bum moment through there. Right, fingers crossed it doesn't crash this time. Fingers crossed it doesn't crash this time. I'm going to quickly see if I can do this. There we go. People that I've seen in here a couple of times. Use the powers wisely. Just added a couple of mods to the channel. To be honest with you, the channel's not really big enough to require it at the moment. But just in case you see anything in particularly bad or anything in the chat. As long as you don't go using anything willy-nilly. Definitely, I've definitely got at least an extra 2 miles an hour at the end of the straight. I think this is going to be a slog because I'm probably on pace towards the back of this field. But you know what, we will do what we can in this hurricane. Right, we'll have to see what we can do on this one. This is going to be a tough ask. This is what I mean by, unfortunately, if you're at this kind of pace, if you use anything that is even remotely slow, you're going to have a pretty difficult time of it.
I'm rocking.
Oh, it's not going to stop me mid-corner, is it? Bad time of it over there. Sneak around the outside, thank you very much. Well, we've made a couple of positions up already. We'll take that. Someone's going on Mario Kart and chucking cones at me. I can smell a podium. If we can get this Huracan on the podium, I will be a firm believer in miracles. I'll buy a lottery ticket tomorrow. I think as this race is settling down, I'm just losing that little bit of pace as people start to get to grips with their cars. But we're going to lose this position back to this TT here as well. He's going to have the legs on me up the straight. Defensive into the last corner. You can get a long way around, sunshine. Right, let's try and look forwards. The guys in front aren't really dropping us that badly, it's just enough. Like the important parts of the circuit where I can potentially make a pass, like on merit, I'm not going to be close enough. But you know what? They're close to each other, they could potentially tangle up, and we've got to be in the right position to capitalise on that for certain. If we go wide like that, we won't be. Oh my god. That was very nearly race over. Oh, I'll tell you what, guys. We went forwards rather than backwards, which is good enough for me. I do not believe we managed the top 5 out of that. We basically made up positions there on racecraft rather than actual outright pace. We're just in the right place at the right time, really. That was a fun one. Not bad at all. To get a top 5 in a Hurricane and a lobby full of TTs and Megans, we will absolutely take that all day long. I think we will. What shall we do now? Let's do another race or just start the open lobby early. What would we like to do, guys? I didn't have any mods before that game, buddy. Literally not a single one. I only started my stream last... what was it? I think Saturday I streamed, something like that. Shall we do one more? Shall we do one more? What do you think, guys? One more or open lobby? Oh, okay. Reconnect, please. Don't be like this. What is going on here then? My PlayStation does some weird stuff sometimes where it will just boot me off the network for like half a second and then take 5 minutes to let me back on, but everything else in my house works. It's just the PlayStation. It's really odd. You can thank Sky Internet for that. Absolute pile of shit. If you can avoid Sky, do so. From personal experience. Oh my god. You're not going to believe this, guys. Some delivery drivers just come down the street and reversed into somebody's car right outside and then drove off. Solid effort. Right, let me back on these bloody servers. Please no main Torinos. Yes, that's it. There we go. No FPS drops if there was an issue with the stream, it's probably due to my bandwidth more than anything, probably. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if everyone was having issues with the stream. If you are having issues with the stream, let me know, guys, so I can do something about it, or try and do something about it. Right, you know what? I don't know why I went into Brand Central. I want us to go in here. Let's get this open lobby set up. I think probably next month, because I know Steve's very busy this month. Next month we'll do some open lobbies with both myself and Super GT, which would be pretty cool. Get both of us in some. I know a few of my teammates as well are getting this, or have just got this game, getting equipment to play this game. So you'll see a few more of us on here as well. Making the move over from Forza to see what it's like. I mean, this for me now is my my main game. This is what I will play now, competitively. I don't know to make it friends only or not. I feel like we should, just to make sure that it's you guys that are getting in. Again, if you've not added me already, it is F4H_Rosso. We're definitely not doing Northern Isle Speedway, that's for certain. I think we'll start off at Brands Hatch for 5 laps. Roll and start. No fuel and tyres for this first one. We'll give everyone plenty of time to finish. First race, we'll do some good old Group 4 with some BOP on there as well. I'm not going to limit your assists either, guys. I'm not going to be that guy. We have to be super elite, no traction control, no this, no that. Use whatever the hell you want. Oh, yeah, it'd be helpful if I put a name in, wouldn't it? There we go. Lobby created. So I'm not going to start any races for the next probably 5 minutes or so. I need to get up and stretch my legs a bit, and also the toilet definitely is calling me. Send all your friends' requests over, and when I get back I'll make sure that every single one that I've got can be accepted. Feel free to jump in the lobby, do some practice, pick your poison, drive any Group 4 car. We're not going to restrict the car at this point. Drive anything you like. Game Buddy, I have already someone in the team that does liveries already. Does a very, very nice job. A chap called Dan. Just really nice stuff. If you follow us at F4H Motorsport on Twitter, you'll see some of his stuff on there. Very talented chap. But yeah, I will be back in 5 minutes, guys. I say just going to nip to the toilet, and I will be back with you in 5. Do you have me added on PSN, Brendan? My lobby is currently set to friends only, so if you're looking to join, guys, you need to have me added on PSN. F4H_Rosso. If you've got me added and you can't find the room, I'll find a way to get you in, don't worry. Okay, let's have a look, see if I can see you. Can you join off the room ID, Brendan? I don't think I've region restricted it or anything like that because Shmimi's in here. And he's American. So that shouldn't be the issue. Let me just... Pretty sure the lobby settings are okay. Try joining off the room ID at the bottom left. See if that helps. See you later again, buddy. Nice to have you with us tonight, mate. Let me know when you've got it down, Brendan, because I'm going to start accepting some friends requests again in a sec. Hopefully get you in here. Vito, if you go to the lobby menu, and then on the left hand side there should be a checkbox for lobbies with friends. Then it should just bring my lobby up. You're looking for F4H Rosso YT lobby. I don't think you can actually invite people in either, can you? Into these. Oh, I didn't realise you could see everyone's setup. It'd be nice if they introduced brake balancing, so that'd be cool. Hey, we've got Binty in. Good stuff. Alright, let's add a few people, just so we make sure we've got everybody in. Gonna leave it another probably 5 minutes or so before we actually do any racing, guys. Oh, you are kidding me. Twice in one night? As if. Sorry about that, guys. We've had another crash. Twice in one night. Can you believe? Gonna quickly get another lobby set up, guys. Sorry about that. I should have really saved those settings, shouldn't I? Alright, let's try again. Right, let's try again. Hopefully it doesn't crash this time. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we should be back in action. I'm going to make an absolute mess of this, but Thixilis, maybe? Thank you for your comment. Really enjoy the fact that you like the videos. And very cool that you've come over from Steve as well. He's a great guy. Everyone loves a good Super GT video. If you are here and for some reason you don't know who Steve is, definitely give his videos a watch. You find him at Super GT on YouTube or F4H Super GT. Just search for either. Top bloke, top vids. Also has a weird habit of finishing 6th all the time. I'd love to know what is going on with my my connection tonight. It's saying I'm not connected to the servers all of a sudden. Right. Can we all find the lobby? Can we all get into the lobby? Is it visible? What is going on? Not showing up. It doesn't surprise me. Nothing seems to be working on this tonight for me. I'm going to give it another go. I've saved all the settings anyway, so let's give it another bash. It's been a bit weird. Just going to make sure that I'm not excluding anybody. Sometimes you can set it to your own, like your own area and things like that, can't you? But everything looks fine to me, settings wise. If anyone sees anything, let me know, but all looks good to me. It may well be a NAT issue, Ahmed. As I say, Sky Broadband is not the broadband you want. Unfortunately, when it's only Sky that serves your address, you kind of you kind of have to put up or shut up, really. But my PSN is F4H_Rosso. There we go. Seems to be working now. Got people joining. You know what's really cool, and I don't think I'll ever get over it, it's already weird enough that for some reason people want to watch me play games, but the fact that all of you are from different countries as well, it's just so cool. Like, it is really fucking cool. So many different places. Extremely cool. Welcome everybody. Yeah, try again, Vito. If not, in the bottom left hand corner you'll see it says room ID and then a big long string of numbers. If you pop that in, it should automatically connect you to the lobby. ATL Shawty. One of my favourite rappers from Atlanta, Ludacris. What a guy. Wow, we've nearly got a full lobby already. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, really hoping it doesn't crash again. I mean, we've had 2 in one night, so the odds of it happening again are remote, but let's all just knock on wood. Right. So we'll have 5 minutes of practice, guys. Get a few laps in. When the timer gets to, we'll say 8 minutes on my screen, we'll launch this first race. Oh, did I not restrict the tyres? Just exit quickly. Just saw some cheeky chants of going on to the super softs. Hard tyres only, you ragamuffins. I'm still playing. I've never had background music on in my games. Still hear it in the background. This game's been awfully weird tonight, like glitch-wise. For people that haven't made it into the lobby, we will cycle it around a bit so we can get other people in at different points. Don't worry, we're going to be here for a little while, so chances are you will get a spot. For those that are watching and aren't in the lobby itself right now, what would you like me to drive? Give me any Group 4 car, and the one with the most votes, I will drive it. Doesn't matter how rubbish it is, I will give it a bash. I'm more than happy to continue driving this Lambo because it is extremely nice. If you guys want me to drive something different, I will. don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've kind of got sucked into driving this car a bit. I will have a look at the chat in a second, I promise. This car is just so good to drive, it's so much fun. I just wish it was a little bit faster. I would be sat in this car all the time. It's so good. You can just attack everywhere because it's just so nice. See what people came in. I'll accept your friend's request as soon as possible, Cass, so don't worry, mate. We'll get you in. Right. Is everybody ready to rock and roll? Yes, Zany Wabbit. Hello. Nice to have you here. We were just talking about our race that we had around here about half an hour ago. Yes, I'm in the Hurricane at the moment. Random grid. Which for some reason has put me on pole position. I promise you it was random. We'll mix it up for the next one. For sure. Not sure what we'll do next. We'll try something different for sure. Something in me is saying next up we'll do another Group 4 race, but we will do a longer race with a choice of tyres. I think tyres and fuel. We'll open it up to a bit of strategy. Different track, of course. We'll go somewhere else. Maybe Dragon Trail? Love a bit of Dragon Trail. Kind of no reason for me to hit the gravel there. I only hit the gravel because I was too busy looking at something completely different on the hood. Very difficult corner surtees. Feels like it goes on forever. But then tightens up horribly on you on the exit. So just when you think you've on the power at the right time, it pinches on you. And you end up on the grass on the outside. All over the show. Very weird. From playing Forza, I never really rated Brands Hatch as a circuit to drive. I didn't find it fun. But the curbs on Forza, I don't know if you guys have played Forza 6, even Forza 5, Forza 4. The curbs on Forza have always been an issue. They're not the way curbs should be. You can't use the curbs. I mean, a curb to me is an extension of the track. So it's just a bit more grip on the outside kind of thing. Whereas on Forza, it's avoid the curbs or you die. And Brands Hatch was very bad for that. You couldn't take the inside curb at Paddock. You couldn't take the inside curb at Druids. You basically just had to stay away from everything. It just kind of made it anti-fun. So, I think it's Paddock again. Definitely much better on this. One thing I have noticed about the GT tracks, though, in comparison to tracks I've played in other games, they're very narrow. Very narrow. Bucket loads of understeer through there. Car's actually not bad around here at all. I don't think, like, optimal pace wise, it's a million miles away, which is pretty cool. It's another option for when Brands Hatch comes around. I'll brake deep into Paddock one at a time. It's an egg. I was nailing it in practice as well, and I've just completely forgotten how to take it. Anyone wondering about my settings in a Huracan, by the way, I don't think I've changed a single thing. We're running zero traction, of course, because it's an all-wheel drive car. Brake balance, just one towards the front, just to tighten up the car under braking a little bit. Brake balance, honestly, is a personal preference. I don't think, really, as a rule, there's a brake balance that makes you faster or slower. It's just how you feel on the brakes and how it matches your driving style. Too early that time. Maximum style points though, we'll take those. throttle it off ever so slightly just to make sure everyone finishes. Seemed like a good race behind me, that. Lots of chopping and changing. Lots of different stuff occurring. Got a phone call from my brother, guys. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Let me know how it was behind, guys. Was it close? Was it good racing? Everyone clean? Yeah, dead loss. It was completely random grid, mate. I did not put myself on pole on purpose, believe me. I'm not that guy. I am using a Logitech G29 Citizen. Right. Let's try something different. In fact, I'll let you guys decide. So we're going to do another Group 4 race. You let me know what you want to drive. I will say Nürburgring GP. But yeah, Dragon Trail. I think Dragon Trail is what I said before anyway. Please don't crash, game. Please don't crash. Side Calster. There we go. Dragon Trail it is. I do love a bit of Dragon Trail, to be fair. Extremely cool. Is everybody in? We've got one space in the lobby if anyone wants to jump in. I'm going to quickly change the race settings, guys, so if you're going out on track already, you should be aware. I'm just going to pop the laps up a few, do 10, and we'll also give you free rein on tyres, but we're going to put tyre wear on. 5 times is probably fair, and then fuel on 5 times as well, which I think will force a pit stop. No, we won't. We'll let you guys decide. Tyre wise, use whatever you like. So tyres and fuel, decide if you're going to go for a pit stop, if you're going to play the long game. we're going to try a different car in this one. These are the cars I've got, guys, so take your pick. Calstra, if you can't join, you have to join off the room ID. Just going to make sure the... grid order looks fine to me. We'll make sure the grid order's fine before we go anywhere anyway. Yeah, we won't do a very long quali. Everyone knows Dragon Trail by now, I think. What we'll do... Okay, what am I driving, guys? What have we... Cayman. I can deal with the Cayman. We can make the Cayman work, I think. Very fun car to drive. Have I even got a... Tell you what. Do I have a Cayman? I'm sure, yeah, it's there. Do. Right, let's give the Cayman a bash. He says, it's 2 traction control, what's that about? Right, I can't remember the last time I drove a Group 4 around here, to be fair. Love the sound of the Cayman. Unfortunately, it's been nerfed to oblivion. It's not really a car that's used particularly often. Cayman is so underpowered now. It's not fast enough in a straight line at all. No idea how I look back on the wheel. Quite a lot of lag from behind. That is some pretty decent lag, I've got to say. Cayman's alright on tracks where you don't really need any power, like Suzuka East and Suzuka East, but anywhere that's not Suzuka East, it's just a bit poo now. Right, 1 more minute and we'll start this one off. Right, stop. It's race time, I think. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the grid. Hang on a second. Can I end the race from here? Can't, can I? Let's make it a bit more interesting. pretty sure I took a lick of paint off at that inside wall then. I shit my pants. Thought for sure I was in that wall. Big gaggle of cars up front. Big gaggle of lag there as well. Like a pretty hefty lag bomb that, unfortunately. This is a recipe for disaster. Somehow we made it work. If you think for 1 second I'm not going down the inside of this, you've got another thing coming. Well defended. I love a bit of side-by-side racing, but I'm definitely not going to be the guy that's going side-by-side through that chicane. It's a death wish. Battle with Monster Cat, enjoying this one a lot. actually been a really fun race. No, I've not spoken much, right? I've just been concentrating to the maximum. Trying to pick my way through the traffic. It's been very fun. Not even halfway through yet. Oh, M4 very close to the wall. I got a bit closer. That is a big dive. Where am I going? Struggling quite a lot for grip at the moment. Good run on the Scirocco. Just a little bit braver on the power. Got the move done. Oh no! I don't believe it! Oh my god! Oh. I didn't refuel. Ah. Double pit stop incoming. People there like, how the hell has he jumped all the pits? Well, funny you should say that, guys. Strategy 2.0, two-stopper. Hashtag Rosso strats. Put me on the pit wall. Mercedes, give me a bell. Hey, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 laps. Let's put 4 laps of fuel in it this time, guys. So, actually refuel. actually lose as much ground as I was expecting, which is insane. Take the time to admire this paint because it is beautiful. See if we can nail some semi-decent laps down to make up for it. For a lap out of the pits, a 1:48 is not bad. Thought I was going to lose that then. Oh no! I followed Brandon. I don't believe it. Definitely 100% blame Brandon for that one. Definitely not my error. I don't make those mistakes, guys. 100% Brandon. Sorry, Brandon. Throwing you under the bus. Collateral. Amazing how quickly this car goes from easy flat through there to shitty pants. Like one lap it's fine, the next lap it's like, nah, sorry. that fastest lap on the last lap. Tyres have given their best. They definitely have. It's a struggle through there now. Extremely fun race again though, some good moves in that. I'll try and make sure it doesn't put me on pole position again for the next one. Good win, Zenith. Good work. Team GB 1-2. Mash Walker with fastest lap, so he takes that honour. And obviously F4H Rosso, 7th position, double pit stop. What can you say? It's not often, guys, you see those kind of strats, so, you know, you've just got to take that race in, you know, drink it in, admire it. You've got to be ballsy to, you know, to come up with those kind of strats. Or stupid. Definitely ballsy over here, 100%. So guys, where are we going next? Where are we going next? I will say... Oh, Nürburgring 24 hour, that's a ballsy call. Maggior gets my vote, I think. Mount Panorama, I don't mind a bit of Mount Panorama. Fisherman's Ranch, absolutely no chance. No rallying, no. I'm not entirely sure what won that. Nürburgring GP. Nürburgring GP it is. We're going to drive something a bit different, I think. Let's see. Let's all drive something new. We will do Group 3 Coaster, don't you worry. We will drive, if everyone would do me a massive favour, if I can. I can't actually edit the event settings yet because the track hasn't loaded in. Here we go. Can we all... I don't know if I can set it to a specific car. Can I set it to a specific car? To be fair, I don't know if everyone would have it, so it's probably unfair. It'd be cool if we all drove something new, like the Skyline or something like that. We all did like a one-make Skyline race, or RX-7s or something like that. That'd be cool. But you know what? I'm happy with Group 3 at Nürburgring. It's a good combo. It works really well. Again, we're not going to do tyres and fuel on this one. We'll have a flat-out race, and I'll let you keep the super soft tyres as well, because I'm a nice guy like that. We're not going to do 10 laps, so we'll do can't find these lobby settings anywhere. I'm all over the show. Number of laps. It's not hard to find. There it is. We'll do 6. We absolutely can get a Group 1 race at some point. I'm thinking, just to be an absolutely horrendous guy, Group 1 at the Nordschleife. That can definitely happen. Yeah, literally, I just double tapped X and went straight through the pits like an absolute muppet. I didn't even stop, I don't think. I just parked up, said hello to the chaps, and then drove straight back out. I had to limp round in fuel map 2 just to make sure I got back to the pits. It's lucky that I pitted a lap earlier than I could have done. Otherwise, that was it. Game over. Right, again, we'll have 5 minutes of practice. We will rock and roll. What's happening there? Oh, yeah. Help if I change my car. I am gonna drive something a bit funky. Let's drive. The RCZ. Tyres, you can use whatever you like. There's no tyre wear, so I would suggest super softs unless you've got some sort of masochistic tendencies. Okay, so we'll go on, it's a minute and a half, so we'll go on 6 minutes, guys. So as soon as it's 6 minutes, we will rock and roll. Group 1 in Interlagos will be quite fun, actually. Although I can imagine 16 people Group 1 in Interlagos would be absolutely mental. I think you need a bit of a bigger track. I'll tell you what would be good for Group 1, Maggiore. Maggiore would be a very good Group 1 race. Might do that next, actually. Right, back in a second, guys. Nice one, Trimmy. Good to have you here, dude. Thanks for the races. I suppose better do a couple of laps in this before we actually start. Oh, not on hard tyres though. Not being that guy. Not being that guy. Someone get me a new pit crew, because these guys haven't got a clue what they're doing. Sending me out on hards. Not refueling my car. It's not really acceptable behaviour, is it? Oh, okay. I didn't fancy stopping. I love the plucky little RCZ. No one ever picks it. And I'm not going to lie and say it's the best car since invention of the car. But it's fun. It is super fun. So I love doing like just lobby racing, open lobbies and things like this, because you don't have to drive what's dictated by sport mode. I know sport mode lets you drive whatever you want, but realistically, if you want to win, there's a small cross section of cars that you have to drive. Whereas this is just fun. Still get good racing. Pretty sure I said we'd go on 6 minutes and then I've got carried away driving. Sorry guys. I'm also going to nip back into the lobby and make sure that the grid isn't putting me on pole again. Just have a quick look at the grid. Yeah, there we go, it's got me on pole again. Mix everyone up. No! What is going on? What is going on with GT Sport tonight? I swear to God. I don't believe it. Come on. Honestly, the only times this has ever happened, I think I've had it crash once before, and then it crashes 3 times in one night. Do not believe it. Just crazy. Ripperoni. Again. The three-peat. Who wants to work with technology, man? Technology and pets. I want to work with either. Not that I don't like pets, but you see, always, whenever someone takes like a pet on, like this morning or something like that, and it's supposed to be like the best pet on the planet, and then right on cue, it will just shit in the middle of the floor or something like that. That's why I don't work with pets or animals. I remember when I was a kid, I was at primary school, and they brought in some like farmyard animals, and the first thing this chicken did was take a shit on a kid's desk. So yeah, it kind of sets the tone for what's going to happen for the rest of the day. Kind of a metaphor for what's happened tonight. Gran Turismo repeatedly taking shits on my desk. Let's try again. Grid order. Oh, I wish there was a random. We'll do reverse grids. It's probably the easiest way of doing it. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, it's crashed 3 times, Costa. We'll be doing them for a little while, Lines. Feel free to jump in. What you will need to do, because the lobby is set to friends only, is to add me on PSN. It is F4H_Rosso. It goes for anyone that wants to join in. Drop me an ad on PSN, I'll get you added and we'll get you in the lobby. Let me know if this one appears, guys, because I know there was an issue with one before. Yeah, seems like everyone's getting in nice and easy. Good, good. Good, good. Let's get some of these friends requests sorted. I think I've only got one at the minute. I love the way the lobbies are set out in Gran Turismo. The fact that you can tune, spectate, all that business in lobby, but the game's only ever crashed on me in lobby, so I think they might still be a bit unstable. Wait for a few more people to join. If you're enjoying everything, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, circuits in the game, I don't know off the top of my head actually, not as many as there should be, but lots of rumours of different things being added potentially. Deep Forest is a rumour. There's an event at Catalonia this year now, not next year, 2018, so that would suggest that that's coming. There's already been confirmation that Spa and Le Mans are being worked on. So that's 4 already. I'd be very surprised if there weren't more legacy circuits added as well. Things like Trial Mountain and Grand Valley that have a huge following. Midfield Raceway, Apricot Hill, any of those I'll be happy to see. I completely forgot what I was talking about before. I got sidetracked. Got completely sidetracked. What was I saying? This is my problem. I'll see something and I'm like a magpie with shiny stuff. Right, I remember. If you're enjoying the stream, feel free to whack a like on it, guys. It does help. And, you know, if you've not already subbed and you're feeling particularly gracious and generous, I would love to see you here more often. I do regular videos. Looking to stream at least twice a week now. Rather than doing like 5 vids a week, I'll stream twice, do 3 or 4 vids instead. Depending on obviously work schedule and things like that. I'm going to try and get my videos out a bit earlier as well. I've been a bit late recently. It's me being tardy and getting in from work and being too tired to do anything, and then realising that I really should release a video and getting to work on it at about 8 o'clock, which is too late, because by the time you've actually recorded everything, got something that's worthwhile, and done a commentary, and rendered it, is 1 AM. So yeah, definitely more live streams coming. We'll do loads of different stuff. Not just going to do sport mode and daily races and open lobbies. It'd be cool to do, I think, some like tutorial streams, help you guys get through circuit experience challenges, stuff like that, anything we're struggling on. That'd be cool. We'll learn some different tracks together and things like that. Definitely Manufacturers and Nations Cup. At the minute I'm getting back from work a little bit too late to make those work, but I'm definitely looking at doing some Manufacturer and Nations Cup racing, seeing if we can put a whole season together on that and make a good video series for sure. But plenty coming up, so if you want to drop a sub, that'd be absolutely unbelievable. Getting towards that 1,200 mark already, which is great. Thank you very much. And you can also find me on Twitter. It's exactly the same, F4H_Rosso. That's where my you know, updates will go if I'm streaming, if there's a video coming, or if I'm particularly annoyed at something that day and I feel like I rant. That's where I'll be. That's F4H_Rosso. You can find my team as well, F4H Motorsport, either f4hmotorsport.net or F4H Motorsport on Twitter. I will keep the stream going probably for about another hour, Calster, I would say. Not planning on going anywhere yet. I might take a little bit of a break in about 20 minutes time and just watch a couple of races, but I'll still be here. Gets a bit stiff sitting in this position. So I use a play seat, and it is very comfortable. It is very comfortable. I can't speak highly enough of it. But because you sat so low, in like the pedals are tilted, so your legs are up, kind of like in an open wheel kind of cockpit position. But there's no cockpit around you, so there's no support for your legs. Your legs are just kind of like rested on the pedals, so your legs get a bit achy. And I definitely didn't just say play seat. My team is sponsored by GT Amiga. No one heard that. If you were in the market for something like that, and you're looking at like a GT Amiga chair or a rig or something like that, you can get 5% off with my code. It's F4H website. Sneaky little affiliate plug. Never going to force you to go over there and buy anything. But they do make some good stuff, worth a look if you're looking for something like that. Right. I think at this point everyone's going to be ready. So we'll check the grid. Hopefully it's not going to crash on me this time. I can't change the grid order. It's going to put the grid order wherever it wants to put it by the looks of things. So we'll race, shall we? Oh, hang on a minute. Well, I done goofed on that one. Right. Looks like we're watching. Oh. Right, who are we going to pick on? Let's watch from... we can. Hey, oh. This looks nice, doesn't it? This is nice. Here's my best Martin Brundle impression. This game does look unbelievable. Oh, bit of a skirmish at turn 1. That's not like the Nürburgring at all. That never happens at Nerv GP. Turn 1's always clean. I still can't take that Beetle seriously. It just looks so out of place. It's like some random hairdresser's found a way onto onto the race circuit. It's just giving it a best shot. Just looks so out of place. Oof. Robust. Robust by the sky blue Hello Kitty Porsche, rating that paint job. Nothing says I'm comfortable with my sexuality like a Hello Kitty paint job. Big fan of the Lexus as well. That RCF is beautiful. It's right on board. As he hunts down this RCZ in front of him. It's got a decent run on him actually. Can the Lexus make it work around the outside? Let's have a look. That is a solid... Whoa! Opportunistic. Didn't quite work out, but 10 out of 10 for effort. Just got a bit too deep on the brakes. Who is that actually? Can't actually tell. Let's have a look at some. Let's have a look at some race info. Zenith. Rating that effort for sure. So we're gonna make our way through the field with Zenith for a second. Kind of thought about it into turn one. Problem is if you get over that curb on the inside, you can't just some sort of merry-go-round. Someone off wide. Where's he going to come back on? Nice little switch back on the V-dub. Is he going to get in front of it? Beautifully done. Definitely brave putting your nose up the inside there. It's unfortunate. Just got pinched on the outside. Had the run down onto the hairpin otherwise. Pretty nice. Let's have a watch of someone else. What else is close? This is a nice four-way battle actually. We'll stick with this. Let's ride on board with the hairdresser. Tenza's wide. Is that a Tenza? It's actually a pretty cool race. I don't actually mind watching. Zenith's got the Atenza. See if we can catch up the two guys in front of him nicely through the chicane. Loving the day glow orange as well. Something about fluorescent colours on race cars just looks so good. Look super aggressive, looking fast. Oh, switch back on the RCZ coming up. Get in there. Go on the inside, you've got it. Good work. Definitely need to do something about these track limits at Nürburgring. It's, that first sector is pretty horrendous. It's not great. Right. Ooh, that's a decent lunge. Danny Ricciardo, eat your heart out. Up into fourth. No messing. Stephen doing well in the M6. Solid work. Nice and neat and tidy. Alstra in the 911. We've got a Lancer up front. Great work. Almost. Oh, there we go. It's the commentator's curse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've just realised this isn't Hello Kitty, it's Hello Kitty. Which kind of takes the innocence off it a bit. Loads of little battles going off. It's really cool. Whoa! We rejoin the lost hairdresser, piling into the back of the Peugeot. Turn 1. He didn't like the rear of that car anyway. The RCZ's actually quite a decent looking car, I think, in its own funny sort of way. Reminds me a bit of a Lotus Exige, kind of, from the rear. With the typical Peugeot bug-eye kind of lights styling. They're in a race at the minute, Lines, that's why I think you're in the lobby, but there's a race going at the minute, that's why it won't let you in. This is an actual race. We're racing for pride right now. Love the NSX, wish it was just a little bit faster. It's kind of a nothing car in the game at the minute. Group 3 and Group 4. Just there, but it's just a bit slow. Zenith reeling Stephen in. I think we'll stay with this one. Close right in at the chicane. We might have to put penalties on, you know, guys. I'm seeing a lot of cutting going on here. I'm not liking this. You give him an inch and you take a mile. Why has racing not had a solid place in esports? That is a good question. It has all the ingredients. I mean, I've been plugging away at it now for 10 years, hoping amongst hope that it would be taken up by somebody. The problem with, so, games like Counter-Strike and League of Legends and things like that, they don't really have a real life counterpart that you can watch on TV. There's nothing like them. Whereas esports and racing has a big problem in the fact that you can just watch a real race and it's almost identical, apart from the fact that you've got the added, you know, danger factor and things like that that make things a bit more unpredictable. I don't want to sound morbid, but people, you know, some people do watch motorsport for the fact that there is, you know, danger and people can crash, you know. Whereas the esports version is more, you know, I'm trying to think of the word. It's more. My vocabulary is failing me right now. It's more limited anyway. Like, I would love for it to work. I would absolutely love for it to work. And we've got glimpses in the past year or so that it might. Things like the world's fastest gamer and GT Sport linking up with the FIA and the F1 esports series, Formula E doing some big things, you know, within esports as well to kind of make that work. So there are, you know, encouraging signs. But it will take a while, I think, for it to be anywhere near. I mean, it would be an absolute dream for me for it to be at, you know, the level where, you know, something like Call of Duty even is not one of the biggest esports in the world, but big enough where for someone like me it could potentially be my job. That would be, you know, ideal scenario. But, you know, until that time, I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is. I mean, it doesn't have to be that for me. I just do it because I enjoy it. That's a nice little move from the Beetle. Can he hang it around the outside at the Schumacher S's though? That's the question. Too wide through the Schumacher S's. Balls of steel, these boys. Last lap of the race as well, and he's made it stick. See if Element can come back at him. Oh, he's gone a bit wide. He's gone a little bit wide. Is there going to be a dive at the chicane? Of course there is. Of course there is. After Beetle's been clever, he's got the switch back, which he has, and he's got the high ground. So how's this one going to play out? If you're Element here, you want to be braking a bit early like he has done and then coming back. This could go either way. This is going to be tight. Oh, that is absolutely awesome racing. Good work, boys. Or girls, I don't know. Gender fluid, non-binary robots. Good work. Good work. That was a great race. Congrats to Mash in the Evo, repping for the JDM scene, and taking down the giant Porsche. Great work. That was a great race. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. Sorry guys, I was trying to watch everything. I was trying to give everyone some decent airtime. Oh, sorry. I did pick on you a bit in that race, Ben, to be fair. I was watching you for a good while. I do love that Lexus. Right, it's about that time, I think. It's about that time. It's Group 1 race time, guys. Fasten those seatbelts. Oh my word. I'm definitely going to race in this one. I'm not going to miss the boat. See, what can we drive? The 919's fun. I think we'll have a bash in that. Do love the 919. Again, no tyre wear or anything like that, guys. Won't mess about with any of that business. Let's just go flat out. Racing super soft tyres. Let's go as fast as we can, because that's fun. And I'm all about fun. Alright, we'll go on, give you a little bit of practice time. We'll go on 7 minutes. Oh. This is probably going to be the second to last race, guys, so if you're looking for something after this, let me know. days, I forgot how fast these were. I have no idea where any braking points are in this at all. Kind of missed the start time again. As soon as I finish this lap, we'll go. Let's do this. That music never gets old. I have no idea what a fast Group 1 car is, by the way. What are the quickest cars in Group 1? It's one class I don't really pay much attention to. You don't see it very often in sport mode.
notification scared the shit out of me for some reason.
Sorry, there's not much talking going on, guys, as you can imagine. These cars require a little bit of concentration to drive. It's like an assault. I don't think I've got that corner right once this race. Just pushes wider and wider and wider. Bit of time there, I think. That could have been a 35 otherwise. Close, but no turkey. Those cars are unreal with those tyres, absolutely unreal. Horrendously fast. Like face ripping fast. Wow, that must have been a crazy finish. Oh, well, it's kicked me out of a lobby, so I would say we'll probably leave it at that, guys. Well, it's been a huge amount of fun. A huge amount of fun. It's just a shame that we've had the technical gremlins. I've enjoyed it. Sport mode was fun. We managed to get the little plucky Hurricane into a top 5. And we'll take that all day long. And we had some good races in the open lobby as well, some really good stuff. I'll have to figure out, see if I can, how to make like a one-make race or something, so we can do some like skylines or something like that. Quick look in here before we finish. I think we've got everything though, to be fair. Apart from the liveries, but no one wants those. The livery edit is in full swing and people are producing absolutely insane stuff. What's the point? I need to quickly see if I've got an Audi. No, I do not. Okay. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around. It's been fun. We'll do another stream in the next couple of days, probably. Trying to think when I'm at work. Sunday, maybe. Tomorrow it'll be a video again. Not sure what on yet. I'll have to see what the daily races are tomorrow. Potentially do like a manufacturers or a Nations Cup or something. I did love the Hello Kitty hit, to be fair. It was good. A Nürburgring race without contact at the first corner isn't a Nürburgring race, really. It's a fake. That corner, I think, was just designed by some psychopath that just wanted to watch the world burn. But yeah, thanks for joining in, guys. If you haven't already and you're feeling particularly generous, if you whack a like on the vid for me, that'd be unreal. And as I said, you can find me on Twitter, F4H_Rosso, if you want to see when I'm going to be streaming next, what I'm going to be up to, what's coming, etc, etc. Until then, I will see you all soon. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.